Hello everyone, hello. This shiur is dedicated to Lili Nishmas, Rachalei Abbas, Reb Chaim Tzvi. Okay, we're in the middle of the Chofetz Chaim's introduction to the Sefer Chofetz Chaim. We're going through the mitzvahs and the lavs that are intertwined with the laws of lashon hara. And Be'ez Hashem, a person who we're trying to teach, to learn together, that as a person works on lashon hara, it affects so many areas of their avodas Hashem. The last mitzvah we discussed was mitzvah ches, discussing being careful with the honor, the kavod of a Talmud Chacham and a zaken, even a zaken who's not a Talmud Chacham, who's not learned. And we discussed the idea of respecting and appreciating life experience, and a person who's younger should get in the habit of asking advice from somebody older. This applies to everyone, especially to teachers, to mentors, someone who's in a position of influence. It's a very good habit to get into, to train yourself. Speak to somebody older, somebody with life experience. So many times they've experienced it before, and therefore they're better able to deal with the situation, with the question. It's a very, very important idea. All right. Now, back a few classes ago, we skipped mitzvah aleph. I say aleph because aleph is a long topic. At the time, it didn't really fit into this year. So now we're going to go back and do mitzvah aleph before we go on to mitzvah tes and beyond. So let's go back to mitzvah say aleph, and we discussed many classes ago that mitzvah say aleph is a partner, is a twin with lav gimel. And this is of course the psukim about what happened to Miriam. That Miriam spoke some sort of lashon hara about Moshe Rabbenu, which we'll discuss more in detail in a few minutes, Be'ez Hashem. And she received saras. She received saras. And therefore, the Torah has there a special mitzvah. Remember what happened to Miriam. Meaning, don't speak lashon hara. And be careful. There's a lav also, which we'll get to as well. Don't do what Miriam did, and which led to the tsaras. So that's mitzvah aleph and lav gimel, and let's now read it inside. Okay, mitzvah aleph. Over al yedei zeh al mitzvah say zachor eis asher asa Hashem akechu Miriam baderech, etc. It's in Dvarim Perakav Daled. Remember what Hashem did to Miriam when they were in the midbar. What happened? Then Miriam spoke lashon hara, and then she received saras. The Chofetz Chaim explains, "Shehisiranu Torah was sheniskor bapet tomid haonesh hagodol asher asa Hashem yisbarach l'tzaddikas Miriam hanavi." We have to remember what happened to Miriam. Remember what Hashem did to her. Now, shelo dibra ela be'achia asher ahav su kinafsha. She spoke about her brother, whom she loved. And she helped to raise Moshe Rabbenu. And she put herself in danger when she helped save him by the Nile River. And she didn't really say anything really negative. She said, Moshe is the same as other Nevi'im. Why is he acting special? How come? Why is Moshe Rabbenu acting special? Why did he separate from Sipporah? And she didn't speak in front of Moshe to embarrass him. In other words, what's happening here is the Chofetz Chaim, quoting the earlier sources, is showing all the mitigating factors. It wasn't such severe lashon hara. It was very, 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 very minor lashon hara. V'lo b'fnei rabim, was in front of a lot of people. Rak beno levein achia kadosh b'tzina. It was only to Aaron. He was very kadosh. And Moshe didn't care. Moshe was anav mikol adam. Moshe anav miod. So with all the mitigating factors, still, v'af al pichein lo ho iluha kol ma'aseh tovim b'nen shebetzaras alzeh. She still received tzaras. Despite all the mitigating factors and the lack of severity, she was still punished very severely. She received tzaras. Kal v'chomer l'shar b'nei amatipshim hamarbim l'daber gedolos v'niflos al chavreim shebevada yanshu al zemod. And kal v'chomer, the other people who speak so many negative things about their friends, it's a severe punishment. So that's the mitzvah. There's a mitzvah to remember what Hashem did to Miriam when they left Mitzrayim. Now, how exactly does that, overlap with lashon hara? So the Chofetz Chaim explains it in the footnotes. Let's see the footnote here. Okay. The Chofetz Chaim writes, he's quoting here from the Ramban. Nitztavinu b'zechira. It's in the end of the long first paragraph in footnote Aleph. Nitztavinu b'zechiras ma shenaseh leMiriam lihishomer milashon hara sheliyavuenu kacha ad kan lashon. We were commanded to remember what happened to Miriam, to be careful to guard ourselves that we shouldn't come to this, that it shouldn't happen to us as well. That's the language of the Ramban. Oh. So we have to remember what happened to Miriam, that it shouldn't happen to us as well. The Chofetz Chaim explains a little more.